I also feel like that this could also spark some new business to a lot of people who don't have business, like, well, who are very good at the arts, like to begin doing Facebook Live, Zoom, and have them monetized, and have it like spark a new business idea that they could do for their life. That's doing like teaching online classes to people who won't exactly always be able to like pay for other things or don't have a studio close by. They taking the like taking monetized online classes is
Right. I
like
mean, it's the online thing is kind of,
that's
the online thing's not really a new thing, but it was something. I think we're like partnered with this CLI Studios that like we could take live classes with people from California and Las Vegas. Even Las Vegas, we brought one of our teachers back because we were able to work with her. But if I had known it was going to be so not easy, but if I knew that that would be something that we could do, I probably would have done it sooner. So yeah, I think we are learning that online is not as bad as we thought. Dance and theater, you really want to be together and sort of be able to, it's a very hands-on thing. But
the only online thing that I feel is not the best, as I've heard before, Google Hangouts should not be used. It's like I said, well, it depends how far away you're walking, but Google Hangouts, it does not have a very good what's the word?
well, I've actually never used Google Hangouts, so I don't know.
Yeah, I just know a lot about how it doesn't, like if you're too far away, the connection is very bad. Like you can do it, but the connection's horrible. Zoom is a lot better. It has a lot better usage and it's easier to do.
Yeah, it's definitely we're learning new things every day about like how to make it better. Like recently, my daughter Ava, as you know her, she taught me. I think your mom actually was the one to teach her how to share our music so people could hear it. We're still learning though how to make that even better. But yeah, there's all kinds of different things new ways to improve your Zoom experience. It's all we can do now.
Well, now thinking about improvement of that sharing in audio to be able to share the music, but still being able to hear you, because since you're sharing the music, it's pretty much only hearing the music. So if you had a second microphone that's like closer to you, you could share both sounds that we can hear you too. Wouldn't that make? I don't know if it can be done, but it might be. Either that or have two devices and having one of them just not have video, and just having that be your voice, and then have another computer just be the sound.
Yeah, it makes sense. I guess there's something I can do with a mixing board, so we might try that next. Because I know sometimes I think sometimes when I'm playing the music in class, that you can't hear me as well.
Yeah, sometimes it's like one thing that I've also learned is that I forget what you were using, but sometimes I don't think you were sharing your own music from the computer, like pressing share screen. But I think it was when you're using and just playing music, you had to also be making sound to have us be able to hear the music as well.
Yeah. Definitely challenging, especially for me. I wouldn't consider myself very tech savvy, so I have to call on my experts, one being your mom.
Yeah, I also got that from her. I'm very good at with technology. I just don't know how to code yet. That's definitely something I need to look into. Like, I know how to code with blocks. I don't exactly know how to do C++ or JavaScript.
Claire's dad is my niece Claire. Well, my brother James is actually, that's what he does for work. He's an IT guy, so he does all coding and stuff. So I'm sure if you ever wanted to talk.
Software?
Huh?
Creating software?
Yeah. So he works for Yale, and he does a lot of like IT work, but a lot of it is all coding. So if that's something you're ever interested in, I'm sure he'd be willing to talk to you about it.
we have been talking like forever. I can't believe how good our conversation has actually gone. Like, let me think of anything else to ask you. Actually, let me think and talk about you as pretty much a parent. How has it been, especially being able to juggle all this, being a parent also, but also running the business and doing everything else? Luckily, you don't have any really young kids.
Well, I'd almost rather sometimes have young kids, Lance, because teenagers are really hard. So, yeah, I have a 20-year-old who now is, as you know, I think he's a professional baseball player, and he's home. So he's home right now. And then, it's frustrating. He's actually taken another online class. And then Hannah with her college process, and Ava is freshman. But as a mom and a studio owner, having 2 daughters that dance can be challenging anyway. So having us home all the time, it's good because we get to spend more time together, I feel. And they're definitely spending like more time with their dad because we're at the studio every night, whether or not it's teaching or dancing. But it has its challenges because we're all just together all the time. And
to me, I feel like my brother has piles of schoolwork. I'm able to finish my schoolwork in about an hour. It takes up the entire day for him, and I'm like, wow. Like, I feel like everyone has been going into public and was separate, like, secretly, and I'm the only one actually staying home.
I know. If you go out, sometimes
I can't believe it. I can't believe how much work there even was doing when we didn't have the coronavirus, and how much time we were actually able to spend. Like, doing it on the computer, I think it just slows us down in some way.
Yeah, I feel like the kids have gotten a lot. Like my kids have gotten a lot more homework. Hannah and Ava have definitely gotten a lot more homework. Yeah, and just trying to keep like spirits up. I think Hannah being a senior and just usually like you go to school for 12 years and you think your senior year is going to be your proms and you get to be excited and you have senior picnics, and that's just not happening.
Maybe they could probably redo that after all the coronavirus ends, because it would not be a very fun experience to be like there's this 1 year, there's 100 people in different grades.
Mm-hmm.
So taking it and then you find there was a big drawer, and that drawer was from this year, mm-hmm. And you looked at every single person that's in senior year all across the world. That's like hundreds of thousands, not thousands, but probably hundreds, because there's about billions of people on the planet. But so hundreds of seniors are not getting this stuff, and it's hard to replace hundreds.
Yeah, I saw this morning in New York in Times Square, they had some school, I don't know what school it was, but in New York. It was definitely a New York school, and I think it was Matthew McConaughey. Is that his name, that actor? He was actually giving the speech, and his face was in Times Square. And then they had all like the little squares, looked like Hollywood squares. They had everyone in their cap and gown. And Hannah's hoping, I know a lot of seniors are hoping that's not what they have to do. I know NFA, they're doing a drive-through kind of thing. They're doing a drive-in where everybody gets in their car and you just drive up and get your diploma. It's crazy. I'm sure, yeah.
They're going to do like graduating from high school. That's always supposed to be the biggest and funnest thing ever.
Yeah, I keep trying to tell Hannah though, there's so many other things beyond, like high school is one thing, but you're going to go to college and you have a lot in your life to live, so it is just one thing. But I can say I don't think anyone's going to ever forget the class of 2020.
Oh, I was telling me to wrap it up. Like, the last thing I would like to say is, I do not think it would be fun to go through a drive-through and be like, here's your Dunkin' Donuts, here's your diploma. It's not going to mean anything.
Well, I think it will. I think it will mean something. It just will be different. And just think someday, I was telling Hannah, she'll be telling her kids, like, she's going to be probably going and get her children like vaccinated for this, and she'll be able to tell the story that when I graduated this year, you know, and now we're actually thinking about doing a virtual dance competition. These are things that we just would have never done. So that's the only silver lining, is that I think that has been some, you know, people are realizing how much we had, and it was taken away from us, you know.
Yeah.
And the climate's getting better. We could talk all day about a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's really fun to talk to.
I know, we should probably make another episode that we do together.
Yeah, I can bring Hannah and Ava on sometime too. But you should interview, you can interview my brother about coding, or you can talk to him.
So thank you for doing this with me. It was really hard to believe that you would actually do this, like knowing that.
Oh my gosh, I'm so honored that you asked me.
Well, if being about the coronavirus, I'm not going to find anyone else who actually owns a business that I can talk to.
We probably can get you some connections. I'm sure there's other studio owners or something that might talk to you, or teachers, or some of our teachers.
Yeah, I do have one with Miss Sarah actually at 1:00.
Oh, good. That's awesome. Can you just answer? Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? Like, I could do better as your teacher or studio owner right now? Like, maybe one thing I've done good, and maybe one thing I could improve on.
Well, I have definitely found that you've been doing a special thing for each week, but I've found it a little bit of a reminder that nothing is back to normal. I find that it might be fun to have it be 1 week of each month that we have something special, to keep it like brand new and keep it like a brand new tradition. Because having it be each week, it shows how different everything is.
Gotcha.
So I know that it's use it to help us have more fun.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it does, instead of having to always put on my dance clothes, which can be very tight. Or I just need to find something. So this will probably be a to be continued meeting.
All right, Lance. I appreciate you asking me.
So maybe we should. Thank you. We should definitely do another one of these.
That sounds good. Anytime. Thank you so much, Lance.
Bye.
Bye. I miss you.
See you soon. Probably Monday.
Sounds good.
Class.
Have a nice weekend. And come to the haunted escape room with your mom tonight if you want. I think you're mature enough.
Is that online or actual?
It's online. It's virtual. Someone said, well, what if I can't get out of the haunted house? I said, what? They said, what if I can't get out of the haunted house? I said, all you have to do is shut your computer off.
That is all
right. I'll let you go. I know you're busy.
Actually not, but bye.
Thank you, Lance. Bye.